Well, still dry out there early this afternoon, but that's going to change as we head on into the evening as we've got a wintry mix headed our way. But as you can see from our Monarch Place Skycam, the sunshine that we were enjoying earlier this morning, well, that has been replaced with a cloudy skies, and these clouds are going to continue to thicken up as we make our way through the afternoon. Now, current conditions, right now we're coming in at 39 here in Springfield, and look at that dew point. Dew point is 19. So the air mass is very dry. So we're not seeing any precipitation reach the ground just yet, even though you look at the satellite and radar, it looks like we are seeing precipitation out there. It's evaporating before it reaches the ground. But as we continue to push through the afternoon, and especially as we head towards the evening, we are going to start to see this precipitation begin to come down, and it's going to start out as snow throughout much of western Mass. And then as we push our way into the overnight, I think we're going to see a transition from that snow over to some sleet and freezing rain. So I do think tomorrow morning's commute is certainly going to be a slower one. I think for this evening's commute, I think roads are just going to be just wet if we do see any rain or snow showers. But I think the bulk of the precipitation will hold off until after dark, and it will continue heading on into the overnight. So right now we are dry, but further off to our southwest, portions of Pennsylvania, the precipitation is reaching the ground, and this is what's going to start to work in here as we head through the evening and into tonight. So as we take a look at year 24, we make our way into the evening hours. As we get towards the tail end of the evening commute, I think we're starting to see that precipitation begin to reach the ground, and it looks like it is going to be falling in the form of snow throughout all of western Mass. But then as we start to make our way into the overnight hours, we'll see a transition from snow to some sleet and freezing rain. It's going to happen first here in the lower valley. It'll take a bit longer up in the higher elevations where I think we're going to see some higher snowfall amounts. And there is that possibility, especially here in the greater Springfield area as we head towards early tomorrow morning, that we could see some plain rain. But I think the further north and west you go, that's where we're going to see the better chance to see some sleet and some freezing rain. So I do expect tomorrow morning's commute to be a slower one. The good news is, though, I think the bulk of the precipitation moves on out by mid-morning, but there's still going to be some low-level moisture in place, so we still may be dealing with a little bit of drizzle, and once again, could be some freezing drizzle up in some of those higher elevations. Then another weak little system will come through tomorrow evening with a chance for some additional sleet and freezing rain. So we do have the winter weather advisories up for all of western Mass, 4 o'clock this afternoon until 1 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon. And as far as snowfall amounts, I think we're thinking about an inch or so here in the Springfield area. You get up into Holyoke, Northampton, about 2 to 3 inches. And then you get up into portions of northern Berkshire County, into a good chunk of Franklin County, about 2 to 4 inches. The areas even further north, you get north of Route 2 into portions of southern Vermont, southern New Hampshire, they could remain as all snow throughout the duration of this event, so they could pick up anywhere from a half a foot plus of snowfall with this system. So certainly looks like we are going to be dealing with a messy commute as we head on into tomorrow morning. As far as ice accumulation, maybe about 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch here in the lower valley, but it doesn't take much to create some slippery travel conditions, so I would plan on allowing for some extra time for tomorrow morning's commute. So first alert weather day through this evening and into tomorrow. Snow beginning this evening, probably around dark, and continuing through about midnight, and then that snow changing to sleet, freezing rain, maybe even seeing a little bit of plain rain here in the lower valley, the greater Springfield area tomorrow morning, and then mainly dry tomorrow as we get towards the afternoon hours, but then a little bit of more freezing rain is possible as we head on into tomorrow evening as another weak little system begins to come on through. And I think that comes through as we head through the mid-evening hours tomorrow. So maybe a little bit more in the way of freezing drizzle or perhaps some freezing rain tomorrow evening. And then we'll begin to dry things out as we head on into the day on Friday. But the winds are going to start to ramp up on Friday, and colder air is going to start to move on in as well, especially by Friday. Temperatures only in the mid to upper 20s on Friday. But of course, the winds are going to make it feel even colder. And then perhaps a couple of more little weak systems coming through for both Saturday and Sunday with a chance for a snow shower each day. And then watching for the potential for another system late Monday and into Tuesday. That's Check Your Forecast. David, I'll send it back.